Hi class and welcome to week 3 of HSA 6103. So in this video, I'll be briefly going over the materials that are presented to you in this module, as well as the assignments that are due this week. So let's get started. So first we have our learning objectives listed, and then our assignments for the week. So this week you have your discussion board assignment on medical technology, and what this will involve is you creating a Padlet wall. I promise it is not very difficult to do. The Padlet wall is literally like a white poster board, an electronic white poster board. And what you'll be doing is you will create one on medical technology that you'll research. So you'll be using text, images, and videos to convey your message through your Padlet wall. And I do want one text box that includes the references used for the information you're presenting in your Padlet wall. I am going to jump to the content page found in our course that provides instructions on how to create a Padlet wall. So let's do that right now. All right, so here we are on the page for with the instructions on how to create a Padlet wall. And I just really wanted to briefly just go over what the Padlet wall is. So by watching this video, it's an instructional video on how to use it. It's very easy. And these are different types of Padlet walls. Let me jump to the bottom one really, or we could look at both. So as you can see, there's text boxes with images. In this specific Padlet wall, there's actually numbers to help the viewer kind of know how to, see the order for the information being presented. And then the one below that is actually one on India's healthcare system. And as you can see, it just provides, there's images, information, videos, graphs. The idea is for you to effectively convey your message in a creative manner. And this tool is very easy to use, and you even may find yourself using it for work or for another class. And if you run into any issues, be sure to let me know. So what you'll be doing is once you complete it, you will take that link for the Padlet wall and you'll be posting it in the discussion board forum dedicated to this assignment, along with a 2-sentence introduction on the topic that your Padlet wall is on. All right, so let me jump back to the content page for module 3. All right, so here we are. Now, the discussion board forum will be open all week, but your link and your post must be posted by 11:59 on Sunday, and you are responsible to also view 2 of your fellow classmates' Padlet walls and provide a response. Now, below that, we have the assigned readings. So this week you are responsible for reading chapter 5 on medical technology. And this chapter really focuses on the meaning and role of medical technology. Below that, we have the lectures for the week. There are 2 videos for the chapter on medical technology. And last but not least is the weekly checklist for this week. Now I'm going to jump to the following content page. You'll find the PowerPoint presentation that goes along with the assigned reading on the top, as well as a file for the terms from the chapter. And then here is the section on the information from the chapter. First, here are some of the changes that were brought about by medical technology that are listed. And below that, a general idea of what medical technology is. And then last is the videos for this week. So before I jump to the videos, I actually had a great experience About a week ago, my husband had burned his hand and he did not want to go to the hospital. And, you know, he had held the handle of a pan and he didn't realize how hot it was. And he started noticing within 15 minutes, the tips of his fingers were blistering. So we actually used the Express Care service that they have at the Cleveland Clinic in Weston, and it is online. So I downloaded the app. They took the medical history for my husband, and we had to take pictures. You know, they give the option of taking pictures. We did. And then before we knew it, a nurse came up, explained how it's gonna, you know, how the doctor, the physician's gonna be, you know, how the appointment is gonna go about. And then, you know, they brought up like, there were like 6 physicians on call. It showed how many patients were with each physician and how long my husband needs to be seen. And it showed there was like 2 patients ahead of him. And then once the doctor came on and she was able to kind of really look at his hand, prescribe like a topical ointment, and it was in the comfort of our home. And it was really the first time where I had used this service. Some of you may have used the service before. I honestly never had. So it was really just a great experience. And it was, you know, telehealth. All right, so here are the videos. These videos kind of coincide with your assigned reading for the week. The first one covers the topic of the internet and its impact on medical practices. Below that is a video on electronic health records. And last is a video covering telehealth. And then there's the link in this module where you'll be posting your Padlet wall. So once you press that next button, that's where you'll be taken to that discussion board forum. I look forward to viewing your Padlet walls. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Take care, everyone. Bye.